Breath of Fire 3, made in 1997, is a beloved JRPG developed by Capcom for the PlayStation, and it stands out as a fan favorite in the Breath of Fire series. Here are some interesting facts about the development and features. One is a transition to 3D. Breath of Fire 3 was the first game in the series to use 3D models on pre-rendered 2D backgrounds, a common technique in the late 90s JRPGs like Final Fantasy VII, which shifted to more dynamic camera angles and detailed environments. Director change. Unlike the first two games, which were directed by Yoshinori Kawano, Breath of Fire 3 was directed by Makoto Ikehara, who brought a more mature and experimental tone to the game. It was also inspired by European folklore. While previous games leaned away from traditional fantasy, Breath of Fire 3 incorporated more European mythology, particularly in the dragon designs and some story elements. Another thing that happened with it is that it rejected co-op mode, because early concepts of the game in fact wanted to have cooperative player mode, but due to the technical limitations of the time, it unfortunately never manifested. One of the things that made the gameplay unique is the fact that there was a dragon gene system where reused dragon transformations were more customizable than ever. By mixing different dragon genes, players could create hybrid forms with unique abilities, adding strategic depth. Another interesting system is the Master System. Characters could apprentice under various masters across the world, altering their stat growth and even unlocking new abilities. This system encouraged experimentation with different builds. Another thing that I loved about the game was the fishing minigame. A fully fleshed out fishing side activity allowed players to catch rare fish, trade them, and even use them in battles as items. It became a signature feature of the series as a result. The Fairy Village was also a fun one, where a town building side quest let players recruit fairies to construct and upgrade a hidden village, which then provided some useful items and a few services. And another thing that this particular game added, which I thought was remarkable, is the multiple endings, where you could choose, based on key choices, a hidden true ending that you could unlock with specific side quests, which added a lot of depth for New Game Plus. There were some great things when it came to the cultural quirks of this game as well. You got the dark themes, which were a lot of things that had moral ambiguity, like child labor, you had discrimination, and you also had different corrupt political types, like the mayor. You also had Capcom winners be featured in this game, because there was a contest in the 90s where certain winners got to be featured within the game. One of them was Mayumi Nakamura, who you could go and actually speak to within Genmo, who was the waitress there, was a winner. There's an additional one who happened to be Kimiko, the wife of E. Carl, among others. There were featured characters like Chun-Li, Sakura, and Ultraman that got featured as references in this game. You had Chun-Li and Sakura in the stadium audience applauding the player, while Ultraman got to be designed as the stallion boss that you fight when the two horsemen merge. There was some voice acting in battles. In the Japanese version, they had battle cries, but these got removed due to localization for English. The quirky, onion-like party member Peko was originally a joke character, but became a fan favorite due to his unusual growth mechanics and hidden potential. Additionally, his first name was Pekaros, or Small Onion. And the legacy of this game is truly amazing, because you had the PSP port, which was a remaster for the 2005 with enhanced graphics, a little bit of a better soundtrack arrangement, and a new game plus mode so you could see different endings and also have carryover equipment. As a result of the popularity of this game, it's also had a cult following, where you get to see a lot of influence in other different JRPG series because of the emotional story, and also morally ambiguous choices you could make within this game. Thank you very much, dear viewer, for listening. Please subscribe, follow, and comment. I really appreciate all the comments coming into these videos, and I want to see more of them because it does help me grow as a content creator, and also gives me more comfort knowing that a lot of what I'm putting out there is having some reception. So I appreciate every single one of you who does, and can't wait to see you on the next one. Click on one of my prior videos if interested. Goodbye.